running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North.
Good evening. What's up and what's good, everybody? And welcome. Let me change something real quick.
Yeah, I know you're gonna.
This side. And welcome to All About Sports 216 with me, Keith Allen, and my man Ed from Columbus, in Columbus. Matter of fact, follow him on Twitter at Ed in Columbus. What's going on, Ed? How you doing?
Well, it's a beautiful day. Not as warm as it has been in the capital city of the Buckeye State, but it's sunny and around like 50-some degrees, feeling good. Spring is sprung, but we're going to talk a little hoops, going to talk a little football, going to talk a little bit about everything, and that's what makes living in Ohio so great, because not only do we have all the sports, but we have all the weather, and sometimes all that weather is in one day, so it's always fun.
4 seasons in 1 week.
That's right.
4 seasons in 1 week. First off, we're going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, the up and downsness since the All-Star break. And then we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns pre-free agency. And then we're going to talk about the CSU Vikings men's and women's hoops in the Horizon League tournament. And also the Ohio State women's hoops as well. The men's still playing this week, ain't they?
They got Rutgers Sunday at 2:00. Got to win that game and hope. Yeah, they got some work to do.
They got a lot of work to do and everything. But let me show y'all this real quick. First off, the chat lines are open. Feel free to holler at us. State your opinions and everything for us. The Cavs, the Browns, the Guardians, Cleveland State, Ohio State, Kent State, Akron, if you want that too. Talk about them. Also, subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right. Subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. Like this video and also share. Share it to your friend, and your friend can share it to their friend, and their friend can share it to their friend, and their friend can share it to their friend. Then we have a whole real live network. Also, if you're into posting sports stories and stuff like that, post it on the All About Sports 216 page on Facebook. Be a member, sign up to be a member, and post all the sports stories you want. Probably my approval first, but usually they're sports stories. I'm good with that. All that spam and stuff like that and self-promotion. Or even if you got a sports podcast as well. Because thing with me is I like to hear it from different people besides myself. Because it might be something I may not get. But they can bring it in a different way and everything. So subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel and sign up for the All About Sports page on Facebook. Now, we're going to go first to the up and down, all around seesaw Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have been up and down since the All-Star break. I think let me see, they won against Orlando. No, they lost to Orlando.
Yeah, they're 0-2.
Defeated Dallas.
Yeah, that's 1-2.
Lost to Philadelphia, 1-2.
Yeah.
Lost to New York, 1-3. Lost to Chicago, 1-4. Then they beat Boston, 2-4. They beat somebody, and they beat Detroit.
But they lost Atlanta.
And lost to Atlanta, so they're 3-5 since the All-Star break. And they also are the walking wounded. No Donovan Mitchell. He had a knee injection, and they're going to evaluate it after the next game. They're going to evaluate it because it'll be 3 games. So after this game, Friday against Minnesota, they'll evaluate that. Evan Mobley is going to be gone for some significant time, about a month. Donovan may be gone for a little bit too.
That
Just
hurts.
being realistic. Then on top of that, also Max Struess has knee problems. So, Ed, what you
Oh.
got to say?
You look at, I think the Cavaliers are turning into the Cleveland Browns with these injuries. It's looking like,
Yeah.
obviously, the biggest one being Donovan Mitchell. Here's the thing. I've said this a couple times, and I just like to hear myself say it again because it doesn't make me feel better about it, but I think it kind of reconfirms that my thinking is correct. I think the problem with this Cavs team is we thought they had a lot of pieces and parts, kind of like the Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Larry Nance kind of teams had, where you had a good team, not good enough to beat Michael and Scotty, but a good team, And I thought going into this year, they had a lot of pieces and parts. And, you look at Mobley, you look at Allen and Garland, and the whole cast, the whole crew, like on any given night, somebody else could beat you. But now they're running into the problem where I don't think that, whether it be their rotations, whether it be this, that, or the other, they got into a good groove. And then you throw the injuries in now, and it's kind of like the best part of the season was when it was just Donovan Mitchell kind of like winning the games and becoming that LeBron figure was when he carried those teams, those Cavs teams. And it's kind of like now that he's hurt, it's kind of like, okay, maybe this is a blessing because maybe when he gets back, he's kind of rested a little bit and then he can go in. Because I think the best way for the Cavs to win is basically Donovan Mitchell being like LeBron and somebody else just kind of stepping up and being a sidekick on any given night. Because I'm kind of giving up on the fact that Mobley's going to actually be something good this year. I'm kind of giving up on the fact that, I just don't see that happening. So I think they're going to have to do some reshuffling in the offseason. But I think moving forward this year, get Donovan Mitchell healthy at all costs.
Yes.
And have him just say, look, young man, go out there and just win us games like LeBron used to do, like in 2015 when it was him and Tristan Thompson and Dellavedova just winning.
Yes. But and I'll also say this as far as the Cavs, Darius Garland needs to step his game up.
Thank you.
He needs to step his game. Don't get me wrong, 15 points, 10 assists, that's cool. That's cool if you got Donovan.
Right.
And if you got Mobley. But no Donovan, no Mobley, and technically you're the second best player on this basketball team.
He's the highest
If you
paid.
yeah, because if you go in order of the Cavaliers, you'll say Donovan Mitchell first.
Yep.
Darius Garland second.
Right.
So Darius is averaging 18 or 17, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, 17,
Something
18.
like that. He needs to be 27 to 30. And in this little time spurt that everybody's
yes.
out. Go out there, get 30.
Yeah.
Go get 30 like
he's
Dame
got to
Lillard.
he's got to get the Cavs 28 to 30.
Yes.
And dish out 10 to 15.
Yeah.
And he has to cut down on the turnovers because no Struess, no Donovan. I mean, think about this. Thank God Isaac Okoro has stepped up. Jared Allen has stepped up. Darius Garland, where are you? Because think about this. If Darius Garland scores 25 against Atlanta, they have a shot to win that game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If Darius Garland scores 25 to 30 against the Knicks,
we win.
We win that game.
I know.
If Darius Garland scored 25 to 30 against the Sixers, the times that they lost to the Sixers, to Orlando, the Cavs win. And Darius is that guy now. He has to take that next step and everything. And I understand that he's coming back from injury and whatnot, but it's been about 20 games now.
I think that excuse is kind of the statute of limitations is over with. I think on that.
It's about 20 games now. And I mean, right now he has to be the guy to take charge. Because think about this. Jared Allen has stepped his game up.
Yeah.
Isaac Okoro has stepped his game
probably
up.
One of the best. He's been the blessing, a bright spot this year.
Yes. At times, Dean Wade has came out of the blue.
Especially the fourth quarter.
At times, what is Porter's first name?
Craig Porter.
Craig Porter Jr. Last night, he stepped up.
He stepped up,
Now, the biggest myth for me is how JB is inconsistent with Porter's minutes.
Give him minutes. He deserves it.
I don't get it. I don't honestly get it. Um, at times Niang has stepped up.
Yeah.
At times. And sometimes he drives you crazy out
Sometimes,
there.
yeah.
But Darius is that guy. He has to take that step. Because think about this. When you see Milwaukee play without Giannis, I don't know if Milwaukee won that game or not, but Lillard was the guy.
Yep.
Philadelphia, Embiid is out. Maxey
Maxey.
became
Yep.
the guy.
Yeah, the second guy's got to step up. Just like when LeBron would go down, it would be Kyrie. Kyrie would
Yeah, it'd
step
be
up.
Kyrie's show. Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be Kyrie's show. That's why when people were saying that people was better than Kyrie far as Cavs all the time, I was like, no.
No, those
Hell
people.
no.
They just
No.
want a Kyrie haters. Kyrie
No,
haters.
No. And actually, his jersey should get retired.
I am the biggest Mark Price fan in the world, but to say that Kyrie Irving is not the second best Cavalier of all time. I mean, we can argue that Donovan Mitchell might be a better basketball player in the one or two whatever, but to say what they've done for the organization, and if you're not saying Kyrie Irving, it's just because you don't like him. Let's be real.
Because think about this. Name your all-time Cavs team real quick.
LeBron, Kyrie. At center, here's the center. Here's the problem with center is I think Doherty probably is the best center that we probably had, but it's hard to argue Z's longevity and what he did. You know what I'm saying there too. So I'm gonna go with who's better. I'm gonna go Doherty at center. I think you kind of have to. You have. Let's be real. And then I'm at the 4. I might put Larry Nance at the 4. I know that's kind of I
good choice. That's a good choice. I'll be honest.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, I know and then obviously I got to get Austin Carr in there somewhere, right? But I mean, I got to put him at so LeBron. You know what? The problem with LeBron, he can play any position. So that's the thing. So I'm going to put Carr, LeBron, Kyrie, Doherty, and Nance.
Okay, mine's. I'm going to go with the Cavs all time.
Yeah.
Point guard, Mark Price. Off guard, Kyrie.
Okay.
3, LeBron. Okay. 4, Larry Nance.
Yeah.
The 5, I gotta go with Doherty. I have to go with Doherty.
You got to. The back injuries really hurt him.
Now,
but gosh, before those back injuries, he was.
Ooh. And then my 6th man would be Austin Carr.
See, mine would have been Mark Price, then I'll just put Mark Price.
Austin Carr coming off the bench along with Hot Rod.
See, I love Hot Rod. I love Hot Rod. I do like Hot Rod.
Along with Hot Rod, and Ron Harper would have been coming off that bench as well, too.
Damn, Danny Ferry.
He would have been coming off that bench as well, because that broke my heart when the Cavs traded that guy.
Why, Wayne Embry? Why? Wayne Embry, why did you do that?
Why? It just hurt my feelings all the way to the core when they traded Harper. When they traded Harper, I said, there's no way in hell we going to beat Chicago now or Detroit.
You lost your toughness.
Yes. And you lost the guy they really had to guard.
Yes.
You lost the guy that really had to guard. But that's what I'll go with. Don't get me wrong, Donovan Mitchell, if he can get the Cavs to that level, hell, he might eclipse either Mark Price or Kyrie.
We got to make a run, though. That's the thing. Like, it's one thing to put up these numbers. Put the Cavs on your back like LeBron would do, and at least get us to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just think, but I know that's going to be a tall order. But if he could do that, I think that would elevate him to be in that top 5 then or top 6.
Because if you've seen the standards today, the Cavs will be going up against the Miami Heat in the playoffs.
They scare me. That's Spoelstra. I tell you what, he's really good.
And playoff Jimmy Butler.
Oh, talk about a guy that knows how to flip the switch.
Because Cavs are 3, Orlando's 4, New York's 5, and Miami's 6. And I think Philadelphia is 7.
There's but the East, both conferences though. I'll say one thing. We can talk about the East or the West or whatever like that, but I think no matter what conference you're in, I think basketball's at one of those. I think a golden era right now. I know a lot of people bang
Yes.
on this and say it's not that good, but so many good teams, so many.
Yes.
Nobody knows who's good. I know some people argue maybe Boston's a tier ahead, but look, as we saw the other day, hey, every team is ripe for the beatdown, if you know what I mean. So
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's a fun era, and I don't think anybody can honestly say, gun to their head, who's going to win.
True. True, 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 true. But right now, like I said, we'll see what the Cavs got. What's up, Jay? What's
Jay,
going on? What's up with you? How you doing? We talking about the up and down Cavs, and we're gonna move the needle a little bit. We're gonna get on the move because the next subject we coming up, since now we're on the precipice of free agency. Cleveland Browns pre-free agency. I was looking at some things,
Mm.
and I was looking at the running back room
Ooh.
because let's be real, I don't know if Nick Chubb is going to be ready in September.
Yeah, I think you might be right. And that
It's a
15.8
dead
million.
season in effect.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah, Nick Chubb with his $15.8 million cap hit. Hopefully, they can do some restructuring there as well. So Andrew Berry's got some work to do on the front office, but I think Nick Chubb's got some rehab to do because, like you said, I don't know if he'll be ready by September.
I think he's going to be ready most likely November, December. Just saying.
No, I think you're right. I think look, he may play, and obviously he's going to play, but like prime Nick Chubb, I think is going to at least I'd say middle to late October, early November.
I'll say November, December. I'm going to be honest. Because he had 2 surgeries last
Yeah, he
year.
did.
And the
Yes, he did.
second surgery didn't happen till late November.
Yeah, that put
So,
about a year then. Yeah.
yeah, gonna put about a year. So, like how long it took in college? Yeah, yeah. So I was looking at free agent running backs
Yep.
since the New York Giants declined to franchise Saquon,
Yeah.
which I was like, you signed Daniel Jones?
I know. Thank you.
How many months in college? So there's Saquon.
Hmm.
There's Henry. There's also Tony Pollard.
I'm hearing rumors, though. I don't know if this is true, but I saw a rumor the other day that the Bengals might be getting rid of Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. Swift, a
Yeah.
Philly.
Yeah. DeAndre Swift.
It's somebody else too. Oh, Austin Eckler.
Oh, I like that.
Now, Ed, which one of those would you prefer?
Well, I mean, I like all of them. I mean, if I had to, but here's the thing. Obviously, Saquon's going to get a big deal. I mean, what I'm saying. I think I like a guy like an Eckler, somebody that's more of a veteran that's not looking. Maybe has to be a feature. I mean, whoever comes here is look. I know with Chubb and even with Jerome Ford and with the way that running backs are, I want a guy that can come in and is okay with not getting the full bulk of the carries. So. I like Eckler. He's been a fantasy stud, but also a guy that I think wants to win. He's been with the Chargers. So, what I'm saying? So I want a guy that's hungry to want to be part of a Super Bowl caliber kind of team. And so he kind of, Pollard kind of intrigues me too. Like, I guess maybe like the 1A, 1B kind of guys that in that list that you said. So those intrigue me. But yeah, if I had to pick one, give me Saquon Barkley. I mean, no doubt. If I had to. I mean, come
Because
on.
I think Saquon going for the bank.
Oh
To
yeah,
be
and
honest, he's
rightfully
going
so.
for
He
the
saw
bank.
Daniel Jones get paid before him, and he's like, "Hell no, my turn now."
Me myself,
Yeah.
I like all of them, just like you
So
said.
I said the same thing. I
I
like them
like
all.
all of them.
Yeah.
I would say I would get somebody like Swift.
Okay.
Swift, because he's versatile like Saquon,
Yeah.
catch the ball out the backfield and everything. And think about it. When he was healthy, With Philadelphia, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And in Detroit, when he was healthy,
No,
he
he was
was a
good.
load to handle. Yeah, he
Yep.
was real good.
Yep.
I would say Swift. My second choice, also like, ugh, I would say Pollard, but I don't know if he could handle the load in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. Yeah.
But if I knew Chubb was going to be out there in September, I would go with Pollard. I
Okay.
think Pollard would probably cost the less.
Okay. Fair enough.
Cost the less. Now, if Chubb might not be back till December,
Yeah.
Henry.
Oh yeah, because that will he could be. I like what
Ooh,
you're. Yeah.
Henry,
Yeah.
because think about this. He's a guy that can get you 1 yard. We can get you 5 yards with 1 yard. And also, Chubb had his best years with Kareem Hunt was in prime form.
Yeah. Those two together. Ooh,
Yes.
that's not fair.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, Henry, it all depends on Chubb,
Right.
his
That's. I think. Yeah.
availability. A
Yeah.
lot of that depends on his availability. And it's hard to look now in
Yeah.
March and say
Yeah.
that.
Right. We'll know more come June, July, kind of. Hopefully, they'll have that
Yeah.
voluntary or that training mini camp or whatever like that in June, and they don't come back until the end of July. So, yeah.
Now, I'm also going to ask you about the wide receivers.
Okay.
You have Ridley, Jacksonville. You have Marquise Brown. And you could get a wild card with Mike Williams if the Chargers let him go. Of those three,
Mm-hmm.
who would you prefer?
Oh well. Also, I was looking at Judy and Cortland Sutton if Denver decides to get rid of some, but out of those three, look, I think Deshaun Watson needs somebody like a Will Fuller. So give me Mike Williams. Give me a guy that stretches the field. I need a guy that
And can
stretches the
go up
field
and get
and
it.
get it. That's of all the we don't Kelvin. I don't look. We have Elijah Moore. We have all these guys. There's like I want a guy that's big. That can stretch the field and go up and get it. That's what this offense is needing. That's what we need in Cleveland, and he fits the mold. Exactly what we need.
If Mike Williams' knee checks out, I say
Yeah,
get Mike Williams
I
because he
I
might become a
totally
casualty at LA.
yeah.
He might become a cap casualty, and if they do, I say pounce on
That's
him
that's
with the
what you
quickness.
need. That's what we
Yes,
need.
yes. And then secondary would be if Denver continues their cap purge.
Yeah, Judy, Judy.
I take Judy, or I
Yeah.
take Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
And then like I said, then you got what's the guy in Jacksonville?
Really?
Ridley,
Yeah.
yeah, Ridley, or Marquise Brown if you want a guy that's speedy.
I've also heard Darnell Mooney and also Curtis Samuel might be available too.
Yeah,
I give me my, what though, of all those, I think Keith and I think we both
yeah,
agree what we need. If Mike Williams' knee checks out, that's the guy.
yes. Jay said over a year for Chubb. So see,
It's true.
Jay saying the same thing we're saying. He
Yeah.
might not be ready really till December,
Yeah,
realistically.
I don't want to
So
hear that.
Travis Henry might be the guy for
That's
real.
fine. I'd rather know now and get them now. Let's do this.
Yes, yes. Because I think the Browns are going to restructure Chubb's contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what would be a good amount that you're going to
Um,
restructure to pay him with?
Anything that makes both sides happy. Look, I Chubb's earned it a little bit more. Where it's not like the Derek Jeter thing where you're paying him after the fact that he gave you all this stuff. Chubb still can provide you a lot and give you a lot, and hopefully, where we need to go, we're going to need somebody like Chubb. That's why I like Travis Henry or Derrick Henry, like you said, because Derrick Henry is basically Nick Chubb.
Yeah, Derrick Henry,
He
my
is old.
fault.
Yeah, a few years old. I know I say all these Henrys, but I think that Derrick Henry is that guy. So so when it comes to Chubb's contract, I don't know, $15.8 million cap hit. I need to get it closer down to 10 somehow. I don't really care how you do that. Give me an extra $5 million to go get another free agent. So that's kind of what it comes down to. If you can save me $5 million, Andrew Barry, that's what I really need. So I don't care how you do it. You're a genius. You're a wizard. Do it.
I say you give Chubb a deal for like 6 with incentives that can get him up to 8 because he is coming off injury. But
Injury. Yeah.
we'll see. It will be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. And also, the Browns need another D tackle or a DN.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
There's a few available.
Yeah, I got my list. My list has.
Okay.
I don't think Christian Wilkins of Miami is a realistic option. You got San Fran's Javon Kinlaw, Tennessee's Tier Tart, Fletcher Cox from Philly, Sheldon Rankins from Houston, and Grover Stewart from Indy. So there's some players out there. Those are the D tackles. Like I said, the D ends. Hunter from Minnesota, Greenlaw from Houston, and I like, you know what? Give me the Buckeye Chase Young.
I'll take Chase Young. Give him a 1 year prove it
1
deal.
year, show me, prove it kind of deal,
or a 2-year deal.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, make it cap friendly. Whatever.
Yes, 2-year deal. He said, "Y'all know Ford is a good running back, right?" Ford is.
He's good. He's good.
He's not bad.
He's just
he leaves a lot on the table.
Yeah, Jay, look, I think he needs more touches. The problem with those touches have been, the pitter pattering of he doesn't hit the hole. I think that's kind of what, the knock on him is just get to the line of scrimmage. Stop doing those moves behind the line of scrimmage. Just get your butt to the line of scrimmage and then decide what you want to do. And I feel like sometimes he does it too much in the backfield a little bit, and then he gets caught.
Yes, but.
Yeah, I like that.
I
like that. I like that.
He's on a rookie contract.
We love that.
Definitely. Well, and I like him coming out the backfield on pass plays.
Hey, but speaking of rookie contracts, if the Browns decide to go running back in the draft, there's a couple of them that I really, really like. The running back, Audric Estime from Notre Dame. I really like him.
They said they were looking at him at the combine.
I like him. He actually met with the club. And also, too, Braylon Allen from Wisconsin was another one that I really liked a lot. So,
Can get you a yard.
Yeah.
Up the gut.
And those are rookie. Hey, Jay, those would be rookie contracts as well.
Yes, sir. Definitely. You're right. Jay says Shipley. Okay. Jay says Shipley. Because I know the Browns do need a running back.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Running back, wide receiver. Look, here's the thing. You have Deshaun Watson coming back. When you have somebody as lethal as he can be, you got to give him weapons. I mean, so why not go out and get a running back or a wide receiver, somebody on the offensive side of the ball that can, I was listening to Bobby Carpenter today, and he made a good metric. And he said, for every 100 yards of offense that you get, you should get close to 7 points. It makes sense. You go down the field 100 yards or whatever like that, but usually you get the ball at the 20, so it's 80 yards. So I liked his metrics there. And then you look at what Deshaun did in Houston with Will Fuller and D-Hop or whatever like that.
Yeah, D. Hopkins.
And they were scoring at will like that. So I think the problem with the Browns are, we've had inconsistent offenses where we move the ball, but we got to get better inside the red zone at scoring and getting those touchdowns. And what better than getting a big wide receiver like a Williams, or like we were talking about, or getting another running back that's quicker, that can actually get that 1 yard and get that because like I said, without Nick Chubb, Nick Chubb was such a blessing. You get inside this, we're guaranteed to score. We don't have that anymore, and I don't think Kareem Hunt's coming back, so we don't have that as well anymore. So that's why running back, wide receiver is so crucial. It's not just moving the balls between the 20s; it's actually scoring those touchdowns with those guys.
Yes, Tillman.
He's got upside, but I don't trust his route running yet.
No, me either. And I think he drove Joe Flacco crazy.
He did, didn't he?
Then there's also talk that Flacco may be willing to come back to the Browns.
Okay, I like that on the field. I like that. I think the locker room likes it. Here's the problem I have, Keith.
Go
I like
ahead.
to get on the. I like to get on the X. I like to get on the X. I like to get on social media. And I think Flacco is just a reminder to those that support Watson of the Baker Bros and the Watson Warriors. And I think unfairly, both sides they both want Cleveland to win. That's the thing about us
They
Browns
all
fans.
want Cleveland to
We
win.
all want to win. I just think the frustration and some of the things it kind of spills over, and then the negativity comes out, and the hate, and the name calling comes out, and
Yes.
it gets ugly. But and that's what the only thing about Flacco is. I think that as soon as if Watson has a bad game, then it's going to be fun. I don't know what. I mean, I'm a Browns fan. I want them to win, but I'm also a guy that gets on social media, and unfortunately, I've been accused of a few things recently. I just want to win. I just want to win, Keith. I just want to win.
Who's the better wide receiver in the draft that the
Oh,
Browns could draft at 54?
Oh, okay. I'm glad somebody mentioned that. Malachi Corley of Western Kentucky. What I like about him is he's a jack of all trades pass catcher. So if they want to go that route, I don't really want to go that route. I would rather go maybe Xavier Leggett from South Carolina, because he's 221 pounds, but he runs a 4.39, and he had the third highest relative athletic score. And we all know Andrew Berry loves those kind of things. So he's a guy that can get down the field. So I'm really big on him. Or Taj Washington of USC and Xavier Worthy of Texas, also guys that can stretch the field. So I'm big on
Didn't
those.
Xavier Worthy win a 4.2
Yes.
in the
Yes.
combine?
Yes. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Guy said, is he better than Tillman?
Tillman can catch the ball. I will say one thing about
He can catch the ball.
Yes, sure. He's pretty sure-handed. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's sure-handed. He just doesn't run the right route all the time, man.
It kind of
That can
matters.
get your quarterback in trouble and get your quarterback pretty pissed off. Or you might have to see Kevin on the sideline.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, speaking of Kevin,
Mm.
Mark Sanchez said some good things about him today.
Oh,
I was
okay.
watching him on the herd. He said some glowing things about him today.
Listen,
And said, if you're on the wrong route or something, you don't want to go see Kevin.
Okay, well,
You don't want to go see Kevin. I knew it was fire under that laid back personality.
yeah, it must be.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. And hopefully Tillman can work it out into his sophomore year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But he'll probably be the fourth wide receiver this year. Where to be Cooper. He said Randy Moss never ran a route, but Randy Moss was transcending.
Yeah, he also was like 20 yards separation between him and the cornerbacks and safety, so it didn't matter at that point. Dante Culpepper would throw it up there, and it was so wide open, it doesn't matter.
Dante Culpepper, Randall Cunningham.
Yeah,
oh
that was fun.
Man, those was fun days and everything. But we're going to move right along. We're going to go into NCAA tourney. Well, not tourney right yet. We're in the conference championship section right now. And the Cleveland State Viking men's have an interesting opponent today. Matter of fact, the men and the women play today at 7 p.m. Both.
Yep.
So if you got ESPN Plus on your Hulu, check them out because ain't no Cavs.
It's a home game too, Keith. I see it's a home game for them.
For the ladies, yes.
Yes.
The men have to go to Youngstown State and take on the second place Youngstown State Penguins. The Penguins gave them the business the first time. They blew them out. And then the second time Cleveland State beat them here at home. What do you think? And they're on the road, and Cleveland State has had trouble on the road. What you think, real quick, Ed?
I know you're a big fan. I don't know. They're just very. They started off the beginning of the year, and I had such high hopes for them, and then they started to struggle, and they kind of seemed like there's times that they're kind of turning it around a little bit, but maybe they were just beating up on opponents that they should have just beat up on, and then you know what I'm saying. So I think they're one of those teams where I think they can steal one. but I just don't see them like some of the Cleveland State teams in the past couple of years where they went on a run where they're making it to the championship game and falling, one game short, but at least they made that fun run. I don't see that fun run for this year's Cleveland State Vikings team.
Ed,
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
Ed, honestly, I can't disagree with you. Cleveland State's troubles on the road, Youngstown State, and they're a pretty good squad. The ride might come to an end tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they shock me.
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong,
but I think the ride might come to an end tonight, and and if the ride comes to an end tonight,
it's over.
NCAA is out the question. NIT is out the question.
Yep.
Maybe the C, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because they was in there last year and got beat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're going to be up against it tonight against Youngstown State.
One good thing about Cleveland State not doing as well as they have been lately is you'll probably have the same coach next year that you had this year, because that's been always the knock. They go on a run and they lose their coach. So I think you'll have the same coach. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah. We won't lose Robinson so quick.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Gates,
so quick. Yes.
That's not
going to lose Robinson so quick. So, Robinson so quick. But in the women's side, the women are at home. The regular season champion of the Horizon League finished in first place. They take on Northern Kentucky tonight. And they're at home down. If you ain't got nothing to do, go on down to the Wallstein Center.
Yeah.
I still think Cleveland State should try to make a move to another conference.
Yeah, I would agree.
Maybe the Atlantic 10 or
that'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe the Atlantic 10 you can have a natural rivalry with Dayton. You know what I'm saying? Or the MAC.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of times people say, oh, because they don't have football, whatever. Like Cleveland, they could be one of those schools with just the best ball. They could really build that brand up. I mean, look at Gonzaga. Yes. I mean, I don't see why Cleveland State couldn't turn into something. I'm not saying on that level, but why not? You got a good city with good basketball. You could recruit just on basketball. I don't see why you wouldn't push to try to move yourself up, like you said, in a bigger conference to attract those kind of recruits. And hey,
Yes. Also, you got to look at this too. The recruiting would go up, and especially here locally.
I know that's the thing. Good local basketball.
People would get up for them playing Akron, or them playing Kent, or OU.
Yeah.
But now half these schools, Northern Kentucky, and don't get me wrong, I've watched them. And they be highly contested games, but it don't move the needle. Fan base. Yes. Doesn't move the needle. If you have to really be watching it to pay attention to them playing Wisconsin Green Bay or Wisconsin Milwaukee
or Oakland or whoever.
Detroit, now they did used to have a rivalry with Detroit.
Yeah,
they did, but now Detroit them fell on hard times. They went 1-30 for the season.
My God!
Yeah, right.
Is Hugh Jackson Is Hugh Jackson coaching them?
Right. So I mean, come on. So we're gonna move into a segment of our show which is something new, and we're gonna call it Foreplay Role Play.
Oh, hey now.
And I'm gonna pick an athlete for Ed in Columbus to be.
Oh, geez.
Ed, you're gonna be Russell Wilson.
Oh no.
Looks like the marriage is over in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Russell, where are you going to take your talents to?
Well, like my wife said, I'm going to take my goodies. I'm going to take my goodies. I'm going to take them to Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to go to Pittsburgh. I'm going to have a talk with the owner, the Rooneys, and Mike Tomlin. He seems like the kind of no nonsense kind of coach that I had with Pete Carroll when I was in Seattle, and I wish he didn't have me throw the ball, and I should have just handed it off to Marshawn Lynch, and I have another ring. But my Sierra gets mad about that all the time when we like to trade jewelry. But but I'm going to Three Rivers, and look, I had 26 touchdowns last year, only 8 interceptions. That was a bad year in Broncos country. We were riding, but Coach Sean Payton. He's a little, he's too much. But give me Mike Tomlin. Let me do my thing in Pittsburgh, and that's where I'm going to resurrect my career. Even though I don't think it needs resurrected, because if you look at my numbers, hey, they weren't that bad last year.
Well, let me ask you this, Russell.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Mr. Goodies. Now,
Yeah.
are you going to alienate your teammates to where they won't have your number to contact you like you had in Seattle?
No, I've matured some. I've dealt with Future and that whole child custody thing, and so and then I had the teammates in Seattle. So look, I've had some strife. A lot of it because when you're a pretty boy like me, it's a lot of people, a lot of haters out there. I get that, but no, I'm a team player now. I'm older in age. And I just want to win at this point. Why get hit? Why get sacked? Why take a 300-pound lineman on top of you when you don't have to? When you get to go home and you get to be with Sierra. Why am I messing with these guys in this locker room when I go home and play with Sierra? So if I'm doing this to win, I'm doing this for legacy right now. And now all those days are behind me. I'm going to have full communication with my teammates, and we're going to win. And you know what? And Mike Tomlin wouldn't allow that crap. I want to go somewhere where, it's a good organization and they're not going to put up with that crap. And then, it kind of polices itself, where I just got to fit in and just don't screw it up.
All right. My turn. Send me a player, Ed.
All right. You're going to be Darius Garland. Okay.
Okay.
You're going to be Darius Garland. Okay.
All right.
Darius.
Yes,
It's been quite some time now since you've come back from injury, and your numbers are kind of lacking a little bit. You're the highest paid Cavalier. Some people would say your contract's worse than Deshaun Watson's when it comes to getting the productivity. What is going to turn your season around, and why do you feel like you're equipped to lead this Cavaliers team when Donovan Mitchell is out?
I'm slowly getting it together. But hey, my assist numbers look good. They're at an all-time high. Now my scoring average, yeah, I can stand this, step it up a little bit. But look at Jared Allen. He playing the best ball of his life. And look at Isaac Okoro. He's hitting threes. Sam Merrill comes in on occasion and he hits threes. A lot of times I just like spreading the ball around. Now, if you want to talk about the turnovers and stuff like that, hey, I'm still getting my legs up under. And JB, he just got to get the right guys around me at the right time.
Darius, are you tough enough? Because look, I saw you against the Knicks on Sunday night ESPN national TV throwing a turnover away late. But the knock on you has always been your toughness, and like I said, you're coming back from injury. You're playing okay, but not to the highest level that you have been. Now, when Donovan Mitchell was playing when you were gone, he was elevating the team with Sam Merrill, Craig Porter Jr., a bunch of guys we never heard of, and now they're names now because of Donovan Mitchell. Are you tough enough? And the second question is, can you make others around you better?
Yeah, I'm tough enough. You don't see me out there with a mask on. Now, have you seen me with a mask? And you seen me try to play when I ran into Porzingis that time. I still tried to gut it out, but they took me out. Yeah, I'm tough enough. You'll see tomorrow when I go up to Minnesota. And when I drop the purple rain on the Timberwolves.
Okay. Question for you now. I see you and Jared Allen. You guys on the floor look the most fluent together. You throw the ball up, he gets it with the alley-oops and everything like that. Why do you have such good chemistry with Jared Allen, but it seems like when it comes to everybody else, when you try to force the ball, there's a lot of turnovers? Is that just you not being on the same page? You are PG or DG, the PG, meaning the point guard. Why do you struggle so much when it comes to making it look as effortless like you do when it comes to Jared Allen?
See, Jared Allen know what it is. You know, hey, me and him go way back. We go back to when I first got here, back when we was losing.
Mm.
And Jared came in and took Andre Drummond's spot, ran him up out of here. So, and you got to think about it. If Jared Allen would have been available in 2022, because around this time in 2022, Jared Allen got hurt, and he's my guy. Me and him were both all-stars together. So we just got that synergy where we make it work. Now, I do at times step back when I let Donovan do his thing. I step back when I let Colin try to do his thing. But it's a work in progress because, look, Isaac Okoro is coming around. Next year, he might be a 15-point scorer now because he's close to 10 now. And guess who's giving him the rock? Me. Merrill, sometimes in and out, sometimes he got to get out of shooting slump right now, but guess who's getting him the rock? Me. Niang, sometimes he just forces stuff up, and sometimes I don't know what the hell he may be doing. But normally, if he let me give him the rock, he'll be in the best spot to shoot.
Last
and
question.
Plus, my homie Tristan Thompson will be back in a couple of games, and all order will be restored.
Last question for you, DG. At the barbecue, who's getting more sisters, Sam Merrill or Dean Wade?
I got to go with the Wolf, Dean Wade. Think about this. The Wolf put in work against Boston.
He did.
And right now, he be getting the sisters right now. Now, Sam Merrill, he was getting the sisters back in November and December.
Okay.
In January when I was hurt. But right now, Sam Merrill is 2 for 15 in the past 2-3 games. So right now, I have to say it's the Wolf, Dean Wade.
Okay. Well, DG, thank you for your appearance on All About Sports 216, and good luck in Minnesota on Friday.
Oh, no doubt. Hey, you watch, we're going to show out. Ain't no Karl Anthony Towns. All we got to worry about is my guy, Anthony Edwards. And we got to somehow get Jared Allen to draw what's the guy's name? Rudy Gobert out on the floor. If Jared Allen can hit a jump shot, we got a shot.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck to you and your Cavaliers teammates down the road. DG, thank you for your time.
Yes, and thank you, Russell Wilson, for coming on and everything. Hey, bring Sierra by Cleveland. Hey, we'd love to see her. We'll have a sweet.
We all would. We all.
We love to see her. Now, I'll be honest. A lot of people say, who would you choose, Russell Wilson or Fields?
Ooh.
If I'm a Browns fan, I would say they can get Fields.
Yeah, I would agree with Fields.
Fields is a developing product who's not quite there yet. Whereas Russell Wilson,
he's your starter. You get Russell Wilson, he's your starter. So don't even. There's no point to even.
And you've seen what he did to us last year.
Yeah. No, right.
You've seen what he did to us last year. So I mean,
Great segment. I love how on All About Sports 216, we get the guests. Even if we have to be the guest, we gonna get them.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Moving real quick to Ohio State girls. Ohio State girls are in the Big Ten tournament too as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
one seed. They're a 1 seed.
They're a 1 seed. And they are projected 1 seed in the women's tourney.
Yes.
Ohio State got to get the winner of somebody, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really look. I know they got, I'm more worried about Iowa playing them in the championship game, probably.
I think they can take Iowa, honestly, on a neutral court.
It'd be a neutral site, exactly.
Because think about this, really, they ran into a buzzsaw against Iowa last week.
Yeah,
that was Caitlin Clark's last regular season game in Iowa, and the refs weren't exactly doing Ohio State any favors.
No, I don't want to complain, but it was not.
Yeah, they wasn't doing them no favors.
No.
And for some reason, OSU just seemed off sync. But I think that loss will serve them better down the road.
Oh, I agree.
Now, real quick, who will be your number 1 seeds in the tournament for the ladies?
I think whoever wins the Big Ten tournament between Iowa and Ohio State will get that 1 seed. I mean, isn't it the usual suspects then? So,
South Carolina,
Carolina,
UConn, and Stanford.
UConn, yep, was my other one. And then,
Stanford.
And then, like I said, depending on, yeah, those would be my guys. Yeah, my guys. Yeah, my guys are my girls. You know,
Yes,
my
UConn
you know what I'm
and
saying?
Stanford.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That's
And there's a lot to look forward to with the women's tournament. Actually, I look forward to watching the ladies tournament more so than I look forward to watching the NCAA.
I think I know
men's.
more. I think I know more players.
I definitely know more players.
I mean, I know more players. I know the
Definitely.
JC show. Yeah. And obviously Caitlin Clark, and obviously the one, you know what I'm saying? And then, I think USC, there's so much fun with the women's game. And it's just the men's game. It's like, I don't know what it is. Just, I want to get into it. I want to get it, but just something, it's not the same as it used to be.
No, it isn't. Because you got players that now the transfer portal is more fertile than ever in college sports, especially in men's basketball and men's football. And with the women usually stay.
Yeah, that's what's nice about it. I like that. You know who they are, and it's kind of nice to watch them. Look at Caitlin Clark; she stayed, and you look at the Buckeyes. They got a lot of upper class women. I don't know what you got.
Yes, they stayed, and look at Juju Watkins; she's probably going to stay at USC. You look at UCLA, you look at Stanford, you also look at LSU. Even though Angel Reese transferred from Maryland, but LSU really is. Yeah, she stayed.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you got Tennessee.
Yeah.
Got the Cleveland State ladies.
There you go. There you go.
They stayed. And think about this. They're doing damage, and they lost their leading scorer from last year due to injury this year.
Wow.
Destiny Leo. But hopefully
no excuses, man. No excuses, man.
But hopefully Cleveland State doesn't get a 16 seed or nothing.
I hate when they do that.
Get a 16 seed. You putting them up against UConn. You putting them up against LSU or South Carolina or Stanford.
What they need to do, here's what they need to do. I don't even like the play-in games for the men. I think that's stupid. Go back to 64. But I don't like when you have these smaller schools that win their conference tournament and get in. I think they should automatically have to be a 15 seed. The 16 seed should be for like an Ohio State that barely got in. It should be for a school like that. To me,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, because it's not right that you get rewarded for winning and then you get 16, you get the number 1 team overall. It's like, that's not fair.
See, that's why I say they need to relocate to another conference like the Atlantic 10, a conference that will get more
at-larges.
More at-larges and more respect for the NCAA. Because NCAA, look at a rise and all, we'll just put them everywhere. They're going to be gone.
Yeah, and that's not fair.
Men's and women's, they'll be gone.
Yeah.
They'll be out. We'll put them there. They'll be out. They'll get them out. We'll get them out our way real quick.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Exactly. But like I said, well, that about really sums it up here for All About Sports 216. Like I said, be sure to subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. Please like and share this video. Also, before we leave out real quick, what you think real quick about, is it Jake Paul that's supposed to be fighting?
Oh, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson in an exhibition in Dallas. Matter of fact,
in Dallas, July 20th on Netflix. Yeah, July 20th at Jerry's World. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
You're right. First initial thoughts are, I remember playing the video game, Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the Nintendo. And the first minute, you have to dodge his uppercuts, and for 1 minute you have to dodge him. If he gets one uppercut in, he knocks you out. I think that's going to be like the fight for Jake when you're going in there. If you can survive the first couple minutes, and because look, you look at Mike Tyson, and for 57 years old, he still looks good. He still looks. I kind of saw him sparring, and he still got the quickness. The one thing he doesn't have the maybe the longevity or the duration to last a fight as he used to. Never really had to, because he always knocked out people pretty quickly. But so I think the intimidation factor that Mike Tyson still has. So Jake, don't get hit early by something hard. Try to survive the first rounds. You're a big kid. You can take a punch, as it's been shown. He can take a punch. I kind of see it going as I don't know. I think that one punch could end it either way, and I think it's more than likely that it's Tyson doing the punching here. But look, I look forward to it. Like with all the hoopla that surrounds Jake Paul and this or that, I give him credit. I mean, I wouldn't want to. I mean, the fact that he's fighting Mike Tyson, I don't care what you think about Mike Tyson or whatever like that. I think he's a scary, person and always will be.
Yeah.
And so I give him credit for it. It's a real fight this time. And look, I always love Cleveland. People hate on Jake Paul. I love the fact that he represents. But I also, look, I'm not going to lie. I love Mike Tyson. I've always liked Mike Tyson, even through all his trials and tribulations. I always thought, you know what, just like the whole Deshaun Watson thing, we can argue about this, that, or the other. I do think there was a lot of times that Mike Tyson was I wouldn't say set up, but also put in a position where he couldn't win. If okay, so I love Mike Tyson, and I'm just glad they're fighting. I'm really excited about this one, Keith.
Yes, I'm excited about it too. My only disappointment is how come it couldn't be in Cleveland?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Damn, how come it couldn't be down at Rocket Mortgage?
Yeah.
Tyson stayed here for a few years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
You're right.
And Jake Paul is from here, from the land.
Why isn't
how come it couldn't be in Cleveland? Y'all got some explaining to do about that.
Petition. We'll get a petition going.
Yes. Also, shout out to my guy Scott Pennyman, because he said this. He put on a Facebook post. He said, "So I've seen multiple people and even boxers upset at Jake Paul for these exhibition fights, saying it's a joke or it's bad for the sport. But here's the thing. He actually makes fights happen.
That's true.
Meanwhile, we ain't seen Tank Davis fight in years, it seems like. When is Terrence Crawford fighting again? Errol Spence has been quiet as hell since Terrence Crawford beating.
Yep.
And who knows when he'll fight again? Canelo, he carefully picks his opponents. He analyzes them.
That's the one thing about boxing. It's always been like you always get the boxing. The problem with these matches, you always get them when they're past their prime or 5 years too late. It's always 5 years too late when they should have.
Then he said Wilder and Joshua never happened. Yeah. And he said Tyson Fury out here fighting UFC guys and not getting
Ngannou. Yeah, Francis Ngannou.
And Shakur Stevenson can't find nobody to fight.
That's true. Yeah, I feel bad for him.
And nobody wants to fight that guy. And meanwhile, Jake making fights happen and getting all the money. How can you be mad? Boxing got to get their shit together.
Can't knock the hustle. Only in America. Only in America.
Yes,
like Cleveland's own Don King said.
Yeah, only in America you can make it happen. So, I mean,
that's right.
How is it that he's getting the fights and everything and nobody else is? And boxing to me is like MLB. They just can't get out their own way.
Yep.
But, hey, to next week, hopefully the Cavs get it together against Minnesota. Darius, I spoke good for you.
Yeah,
Make me the guy. I still got faith in you, Darius. The only reason why I get on you, because we love you to do well. We love you. We want you to do well. But anyway, Deshaun supposed to be throwing this month. I think he's supposed to start throwing this month or next month, one of the two.
Okay.
Baby steps. You got a ways till September. So, hey, do whatever you got to do in rehab. Get it together so you can ball out and you can keep the noise down here. Anyway, what you think about the Dome Stadium? Do you want it to be in Cleveland or do you want it to be in Brook Park?
I don't care. I just want one. I just want one. I don't care. Just give me a dome. I don't care.
Give me a retractable roof or a dome. I'll take one of the two or both. Well, it ain't gonna be both, but give me a retractable roof or a dome. And like I said, now hopefully the city leaders get it together with Jimmy. But if not, Jimmy can go out to Brook Park, do his thing.
Hey, Brook Park's not Baltimore. This isn't 1995, so I'm okay either way.
Yes. And also, some of the Cleveland city leaders fumbled the ball back in 95 as well.
No names, please.
Yes. I'm just saying. They fumbled the ball at Motel as well. It was a group effort.
Yes.
Group effort. And then the biggest calamity was building that stadium there where it would only cost you a few million more to make it a dome stadium or a retractable roof back then, but
now it's going to cost.
Now it's going to cost you billions.
Yeah.
So hopefully Cleveland and Jimmy can get it together, come to a resolution, come to some sort of agreement and everything. But I will say this real quick before we leave out.
Yeah.
If they do build it, if they're taxing marijuana, they're taxing gambling, and they're taxing alcohol.
Syntax. Yep.
Yeah, I'm with that. But if they
Yep.
talking about taxing the citizens and Cleveland people don't really
No.
got it like that, I'm not with that.
Okay.
But if you
I'm
into
with you.
taxing marijuana, gambling, cigarette sales,
Well, that's how they built Gateway. That's how they did Gateway.
Yes.
The Syntax, the cigarette. They were
cigarette
cigarettes.
sales, alcohol sales, I'm all for it. But
Yep.
taxing the citizens, I'm not with that.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
with you.
with that.
I'm with you.
Because people don't got it as it is, and you got to think shit is going up.
I can't believe I went to Taco Bell the other day, and I couldn't believe it. Just every fast food here. It's fast food used to be cheap, and this, and now it's not anymore. It's like going out to
Cheap no more.
Yeah.
Dude, they showed a thing of the Michael Dean Perry triple cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, the MD. Yeah, yep.
On Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show last week, a week or two ago. It was $1.99.
99. It was $1.99. Yeah, I remember that. I had one.
You
back
know
in the
how
day.
much that thing would cost now? Probably about $6-7. And also in politics, it's going to be Biden and Trump.
Yeah.
So
State of the Union tonight. State of the Union speech tonight as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also, I want to say real quick before we leave out, my prayers and condolences go out to the family of Ashley Marie, who met her untimely demise recently. It's messed up. I was just texting her, wishing her happy birthday. And then I go on the book and hear that she's gone. And leaving out, I'm just going to tell everybody, live your life, love your life, do your life. Because you never know when it's going to be over.
True that.
But anyway, thanks for everybody that commented and watched All About Sports 216. Be sure to check us out every Thursday at 6 p.m. This is your man, Keith Allen, along with my man, Ed in Columbus. And we are out. Peace. See you next week.
For the love of the sport, we the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.
Ain't that right?
We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys from the AFC North. We in it for the love of the sport. We the real McCoys, running the full court. We in it for the love of the sport.